Ryan Hale loved quiet mornings, no sirens, no battles, no commands, just the soft rustle of wind around his cabin after years off war. He wanted a piece of life that felt gentle and warm. And for a while he had found it. But destiny never stays silent for long. Just before sunrise, a sweet soft blue glow appeared above the Nakatia stand, shimmering like Atney floating star. Rian blinked in hazy confusion. Hadi didn't. He'd see a royal seal for many years, yet there it was gentle and beautiful. He reached out and tapped the light. A calm, warm voice flowed into her room with a delicate glow. "Do you remember me, soldier?" The word stirred sudden memories in a fallen alien city. Burning air, a shower of sparks, and a young Valerie royal trapped under heavy ruins. Rian had carried her through fire and chaos, never knowing that Onak would become a memory that the light off the stars would carry for reward. Now the same woman appeared in the hologram, not a princess, but the queen of her empire, elegant, strong, and quietly worried beneath her royal dignity. "You saved me once." She spoke with a soft strength. "Now an ancient threat has returned, one which seeks you, and me." Ryan's heart tightened. He pressed a finger against his forehead. "You left all this behind." He reminded himself. "You promised you would never return." But there was a truth in her voice. Agental trusted that he might have thought it lost forever. Suddenly, the ground trembled. Outside, the trees parted as a graceful Valeri transport descended from Theskis. Its hull glowed with royal symbols. Beautiful and bright, the door hissed open, and two elite guards stepped out with smooth precision. "Commander Ryan Hale," the first stone said, "the Queen urgently requests your presence." Rian huffed a light sigh. "I'm not a commander anymore." The guard's voice held a simple calm. "Today you shall be." And something in Ryan, something quiet, courageous, hidden, shifted awake again, has stepped into the ship, feeling the old weight of duty, but also light hope he wouldn't admit it loud. This had to be important, and maybe, just maybe, the galaxy wasn't done with him yet. The Valeri transport soared through warp, stars swirling like brilliant threads outside the ship. Crystal panels, Rian said quietly. Hands on his legs with eyes fixed on the Rushi light. He could feel the weight of everything returning. The uniform he once wore, the orders he followed, the burdens carried by a soldier. But there was also new weight, something gentler, something he wouldn't have to face alone. A softum filled the ship. A circular hologram floated before him, slowly forming the silhouette of the Queen. Once again her presence carried both strength and a warm undertone. "Ryan," she spoke gently, "there is that thing you deserve to know. This enemy. They call themselves the Hollow Dominion. They weren't supposed to exist any longer." Rian leaned slightly forward. Her drummers, a ghost faction, an empire of vanished monsters. Her hologram glowed dimmer, not monsters. Perhaps worse. They consume entire worlds by turning life into emptiness, taking memories, identity. Spirit, soldier, the people who followed them weren't a vil. They were lost. Rian felt a chill. "Why would they come for you?" "Because they carry the only thing they fear," she said softly. "The Valeri Heartstone. It chooses the only who will protect the balance of life." "Why?" Rian asked with genuine confusion. 4 only years of the Heartstone lay silent. Then, on the night I became queen, Ida Wokibut gave only Oni signal, your name. Her words flowed steadily, full soft truth. "Rian Hale, Theoni who carried me out of flames. Theoni who saw me in power but never bowed to my title. You were chosen before you ever knew me." Rian looked away for a breath, long and enough for the world to quiet. "Im Justaman. You're more than you believe." The hologram faded as ship doors slid open with a soft cool breeze. Rian stepped into the heart of the Valeri Royal Citadel, where crystal arches rose high like starlig HTF frozen in air. Guardians everywhere paused and bowed the moment they recognized him. He didn't like that, but they couldn't deny the warm respect in her tone when Queen. Messenger approached. "Commander, you're expected in the Hall of Eclipse." He entered through the grand doors. They space within narrowed into 2 pillars of glowing light. The Queen standing between them, with elegance and sorrow in her silent stance. "Ryan," she said once he approached. "The Dominion has already taken out 3 outposts. They seek the Heartstone. Next they will conform, and when ID. The Heartstone will choose new protector." Ryan felt an electric shiver. "And Thaden. Twana protector at all. They want it destroyed." The Queen's nod was small, but filled with certainty. "We will stand together," she said, "or you and I will fall with the rest." Ryan swallowed hard, something bright stirring in him despite all the fear. Maybe he hadn't been brought back to her. Maybe it was destiny calling him to a final purpose. The alarm sounded the moment Rian entered his citadel. As command sphere, crystal panels flared with warnings, showing dark ships ripping through Valera's pace. The hollow dominion had arrived. Notice a scattering of ships Buddha-sama Sives Hado stretching across the void like a storm with Noski. Rian stood beside the queen, who gave the battlefield on a last quiet glance before turning to him. This is the moment the Heartstone warned me of, she said. Here were soft bouton shaken, and you, Ryan Hale, are the only one I trusted. Around them, royal guards and strategists moved with gray sea and urgency. Crystal screens shifted, showing the Dominion's strange void craft. Shapeless metal drifted by awful silence, each irradiating a sickening emptiness. Rian felt it, the same cold whisper he. Daredance before and a half, destroyed city. The days on him at the Princess. They... We're not just coming for you, he said quietly. They... going for everything alive. The queen held out a bright silver core that floated above her palms, the soft light through it like a beating heart. But not a Fanyone being, off a world. This is the Heartstone, she said. It chooses its shepherd. And it seems that choice is you. Rian started at it, then gently reached out. The moment his fingertips brushed the glowy core, a beam of warm energy flowed into him. Not like power, not like control, but like the quiet knowing of financial through awakening. He felt tunicni, the light spreading through, his body in harmonic waves. The queen knelt before him, her hands on the Korea's well, sharing the same warmth. The Heartstone doesn't. To give power, she said softly. It gives clarity, it gives courage. You and I. Vi vill stanna zone. Suddenly, the citadel shook a violent warning blast. The Dominion's flagship had breached the outer shields. The air grew with tingling electricity. Ripples of cold emptiness pressed against the walls. Jan rose, the Heartstone pulse glowing through his Eston hidden patterns. Open a path, he said. We met fire with fire last time. Now we meet emptiness with light. Guards activated the royal gates, leaving a clear path straight to the citadel's front line. Rian and the queen walked forward together, their steps steady, the light between them burning brighter with each breath. Outside, the void ships descended like shadow was ready to drink the world dry. But the moment Rian stepped on the citadel PL at form, the Heartstone radiated a brilliant burst hat, shattered the first wave of dark energy. The Dominion. Void shields flickered like weak flames in wind. The queen raised her hand. Rian, now. He took a breath and thrust his arm forward. The Heartstone, slight unleashed in flooding waves. Notasawe upon Butasa life stream reaching Oyuti Dodi to wash it through the shadow fleet, piercing their hollow cores. Not destructio, restoration. The Dominion. Scraft crumbled to stillness, the emptiness gone, their minds released from centuries of void control. Within minutes, the invasion collapsed. Rian lowered his arm, tired but standing. The queen approached with the gentle stilty in her posture. You saved me once, she said quietly. But today, you saved our world. Rian felt a light warmth in his chest, not from the Heartstone, but from a truth now accepted. Maybe history was never about war. Maybe it was about whom stood with him Athena. And together, they walked forward into new dawn.